I made a huge mistake hiking an active volcano in Guatemala. Here's what happened. Hola, I'm Milena, and I travel the world seeking adventure and personal growth. Today I'm taking you on an epic journey up Acatenango Volcano, one of the hardest hikes in Guatemala, but also one of the most breathtaking experiences of my life. Now, spoiler alert, things didn't go as planned. My friend and I booked this hike through a hostel that partnered with a third-party travel company. The package seemed like a great deal. It included transportation, meal, lodging, and even a 4x4 ride that would take us most of the way up. It sounded perfect, since neither of us had trained for a full incline hike. Now, little did we know that things were about to get really messy. Right away, we sensed trouble. We were supposed to get picked up at 12:30, but the hostel kept delaying us. An hour later, they suddenly called an Uber to take us to a different location. When we arrived, the staff had no idea who we were and thought that only one person was joining the hike, not two. Now, after some back and forth, a packed van showed up to pick us up. The van was packed, so they threw people's luggage on the roof of the van to make space for the two of us. At this point, we were laughing nervously, wondering what we'd gotten ourselves into. After picking up our gear and paying for a porter to carry our water, which by the way, they did not tell us that the cost was only for one way, we had to drive an hour to reach our 4x4 trucks. This is where things got a little weird really fast. They packed 15 of us into 2 trucks, with most people sitting inside the trucks. But guess who got thrown to the truck bed with nothing to hang on? This girl right here. And let me tell you, 45 minutes of hanging on for dear life on a steep rocky road covered in dust was not on the itinerary. Finally, we reached the points where the trucks couldn't go any further. From there, we had a relatively easy hike to base camp, which took about 45 minutes. The views were stunning, but the altitude hit hard. Even though my friend and I took Dramamine and Tylenol, we both got headaches. Then came surprise number 2. We were promised a comfortable campsite with warm fire, hot food, and enough space for everyone. But when we arrived, we realized that they had squeezed 8 of us into a tiny hut with only 7 sleeping bags. And our guide, nowhere to be found. At this point, some people in our group went on an extra hike to get closer to the volcano. I decided to stay back and watch the eruptions from base camp. Now, let me tell you, it was incredible. Seeing the volcano erupt was once in a lifetime experience that I'll never forget. But as the night went on, things got worse. We had no fire, no food, no guidance, and freezing temperatures. We waited for hours for dinner. By the time we ate, it was close to midnight, and sleeping in that cold, musky hut was miserable. I barely slept. Now, by 5:15 a.m., I dragged myself out of the hut to watch the sunrise. And wow, all the struggle, freezing, and frustration, it was all worth it. The sunrise over the volcano with the shades of orange and pink was something I will never forget. My friend, however, was not feeling great. So we both decided to skip breakfast and head down as soon as we could. The descent was much faster, and luckily this time around we got a seat inside of one of the 4x4 trucks. Now, would I recommend this for other people, or would I do it again? Absolutely. You have to do it if you're given and can afford the opportunity to do so. But I would change some serious things. 1. Research the tour company. Don't book through a hostel that outsources to a third party. Book directly with a reputable company that has good reviews. The second thing that I would do is pack extra warm clothes. It is freezing up there at night. I wish I would have brought extra layers to put on. The next one is that I would continue to hire a porter, and I would make sure to clarify that I would need the porter both ways up and ways down so that you're not surprised when you have to head back that you have to pay again. Expect a rough experience. If you're looking for comfort, this isn't it. But if you're up for an adventure and a little bit of chaos, it is totally worth it. Now, up until this hike, I thought I was pretty easygoing. I thought I could handle anything. But this experience made me realize that while I can rough it out, I also value a little bit of comfort. And most importantly, it taught me how to advocate for myself. Speaking up for myself and my friend in Spanish, negotiating for better sleeping arrangements, and asking for help, it wasn't easy, but it was necessary. And that is something that I will take with me on every single trip moving forward. Would you do this hike? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time. Ciao!